Man, don't you hate when you're just walking along? Just a nice casual stroll through your world here, looking at some stuff. That's kind of neat. And then, oh man, you accidentally slip into survival mode. Oh, it happens to me all the time. And then to make matters even worse, you accidentally put a zombie down, and oh man, now he's really giving me the beans. And now I'm dead. Isn't that the absolute worst? Tell me I'm wrong. It's horrible. Oh, we gotta run. The zombie's gonna come back for us. Anyways, what's going on, everybody? That's not what I say. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? You can call me Shell, and I got another little command block tutorial for you. And when I say little, I mean little for this one. Let's get rid of that guy. This one's a quick one. Real straightforward and simple, and honestly, probably the easiest thing I've put on this channel so far. And it's kind of cool. So let's take a look at it here. So you saw there when I died, I got like a custom death screen, right? Right. Well, sort of, kind of. What we actually got going on here is if I bust in here, you can see in this big black room, those lights actually aren't supposed to be in here, but in this big black room, we got this skull and crossbones, right? Yeah, so not a custom death screen at all, really. It's more just a trick. So I'll show you the commands, and then there's actually a setting you have to change for this to work properly. So let's look at the commands then. This one right here is just changing the point of view of the player's camera. I didn't know if you guys knew you could do that, but there is a set of camera commands that you can change the POV of the player or change the point of view of the camera. Whatever. Either way, you know what I'm saying. So what this command is saying is, at all players within one block of this command block, we're going to set their camera to free, and we're going to position it at those coordinates, and then we're going to have it facing at this entity and armor stand named camera, right? And I will fly over here quick to show you that. So boom, here's that armor stand. I'm having issues talking today, apparently. This armor stand named camera. And if we just punch a hole in here, we can see what's going on. It's just an armor stand set behind the skull and crossbones, right? Not much going on there. Fly back around. And we come back over here. We got 3 little more commands to show you. So that's all that one's doing. That's just a repeating command, always active. And this one over here is just a title command. So this is just displaying the deceased thing you saw in front of the skull and crossbones after I died. Just impulse, needs redstone. That's it. That's the whole command. And this one, we got 200 tick delay. Impulse needs redstone. And this is just teleporting the player after 200 ticks back to wherever you want them to be. So you need to have the player's spawn point set to on top of that command, so that when they die, they spawn on that command, and then you can have them teleported back after however long you want them to be dead for, to where you want them to be. So it kind of gives the illusion, right? Kind of adds to the whole illusion of this is the death screen. And then this last one here is just needs redstone, no tick delays, and this is just clearing the camera. So this is just clearing the camera command, this one here, and putting it back to the player's perspective. So that's it for the commands. I mean, there's not much else to it. This is great for this works great for like single player applications and all that. Multiplayer, this is not going to work so well because the way I have it set up, but there's a lot of potential in this, and I have a lot of ideas that I'm going to use this in, And that's where commands will become a little crazier. But a cool concept, a lot of potential, I think. But I'll get into that in the future. But let's take a look at the settings you need. So you're just going to go to your settings. You're going to go to the game settings, right? And you're just going to scroll way down here. There. Immediate respawn. You want that turned on. So that's what's getting rid of the respawn screen that you'd normally see when you die in Minecraft, right? This is just making it, as soon as the player's dead, they respawn. So since that happens, then we respawn there. The camera angle changes, gives us that custom death screen, and then after those 200 ticks, you know, it sets us back to normal and puts us back in a different perspective. Back to playing the game. But anyway, that is that's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see where this goes from here. Like I said, with the commands, it gets more complicated, more applications. There's a lot to be done with this, I think, and I'm going to do a lot with it. But like I said, I'll show that in some future videos here when I show off kind of more progression on this map as a whole. Here's, you know, you saw that earlier. That's a little sneaky peek at things to come ahead. But yeah, you can pretty much customize this however you want. You know, you can, as far as what the actual death screen is, you can make that whatever you want. It doesn't have to be the skull and crossbones. It doesn't have to say deceased. You can really play around with this and do a lot of cool things. But anyway, that's pretty much all I got for you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, that's awesome. If you didn't, that's also fine. You know, you can not enjoy things. That's okay. Anyway, until the next one. Oh yeah, one more thing. I can't believe I forgot. You know, feel free to copy this, build upon it, and make it better. Okay, now until the next one.